Hey, Tunic here, back with more Pokemon Leaf Green. Last time we got our first Pokemon, got here to Viridian City, picked up the Oaks parcel, took it back, and made our way back and caught a few Pokemon. We have Brutus, the naive Bulbasaur, who is on our team, Anatole, the jolly Rattata, who's just along for the ride, and Darrence, the brave Pidgey, who has the dumbest name I could think of. While also sort of being a reference to a later team member, but we will get into that time. If we go over here, this is still part of Viridian City. You can find a potion behind this little tree. It's very handy. As you can see now, there's a potion on the screen where I did not have before because I kind of forgot. Somehow I'm forgetting things. So in this episode, we are going to go out this way and have a look at some of the new Pokemon we can find. On Route 22 over here, other than Rattata, the first new Pokemon we can find here is number 56, Mankey, a pure fighting type. Its ability is Vital Spirit, so Mankey cannot be put to sleep. Its catch rate is 190. It has a rarity of 45%. It's in both Fire Red and Leaf Green. It's a pretty solid little fighting type. It's got, its base stats. Has its attack at 80, speed at 70, so it's going to be a pretty fast physical attacker. It's not too shabby, so it's honestly really good. There are some other fighting types in the game, but if you can't make the trade for probably the best one, honestly, Mankey won't steer you wrong. I use it often, and it works pretty good. Never lets me down, so I would recommend this one. It evolves into Primeape at level 28, so not too late. And then the other new Pokemon we have on this route is number 21, Spearow, normal flying type. Its ability is Keen Eye. Spearow's accuracy cannot be dropped by the opponent. Has a catch rate of 255, rarity of 10%. It's a normal flying type. There's the alternative. This is a nice alternative to Pidgey if you would like a normal flying type, don't want to use, Pidgey itself. This one is a little less bulky, but it has more attack and speed, so it's a little more offensively oriented than the Pidgey line is. Has some good moves, some probably better than the Pidgey line. I've never really used Spearow too much myself, but it's not too bad the few times I have. As a kid, I always preferred Pidgey, and these days, I honestly kind of prefer another Pokemon that we'll talk about more about that one when we get to it. It evolves into Fearow at level 20, so that's pretty good. Pretty nice early evolution, and you'll get a pretty good Pokemon out of it. Okay, and now that we've covered the new Pokemon in this area, there's not much out here right now. There's no items on screen. I may try to catch Mankey or Spearow just because. Might be some good training. Just a little bit. Wouldn't hurt. Mankey would be pretty alright to have as a solid backup until we can get a few more team members. Just for now. Just gives some variety. I like Mankey. Probably not going to use it for this run, but I do like Mankey. I think it's a pretty solid, little fast, physical attacker. Hard to go wrong. Mankey! The pig monkey Pokemon. Extremely quick to anger. It could be docile one moment, then thrashing away the next instant. Okay, and now we have to nickname this little firecracker. What do I usually name Mankeys? Okay, I know exactly what I usually name them. What else do we usually name them? I usually name them after me. Actually, I usually name them after Maylene, so we're just gonna go like that because it's a female Mankey. So I want to see what her stats are looking like. Quiet nature. I can't remember if that's good or bad, but we'll give Anatole some time in the sun while we're looking for that Spearow. So I will cut ahead until I find one. Okay, here we go. Finally found a Spearow. Brutus can deal with it until we can catch it, so. And except it has pet. That's not great. I think one more tackle should soften it up enough. Okay, we'll try this. See if we can't catch this bird. There we go. Perfect. Spearow, tiny bird Pokemon, eats bugs in grassy areas. It has to flap its short wings at high speed to stay airborne. Okay, now, what should I name this? This is not usually something I have a name for. No, we're gonna name this Cramantha. Welcome to the team, Cramantha. You won't be here forever. Also, not a Pokemon I intend to use for my team, but you know, it'll be all right. So that out of the way, we've tackled Route. We've tackled Route 22 for now. We will come back to it very soon, but for now, we are all good here. I may need to stop and buy some things. I was not really expecting to have this many Pokemon at this point, which is almost a full team. Okay, let's see what you bring to the team, Cramantha. Peck and growl. Well, it was enough that you were threatening to my little guys. We'll buy some of those. We'll buy 3 of those. We'll buy 1 of those. I'm not too terribly concerned about it. Also means we have $0. We are broke. Absolutely broke. Let's keep rolling. And now that he's taught us how to catch Pokemon, we can continue out here to Route 2. And now here on Route 2, we will get into the first of the new Pokemon here we can catch, which would be number 10, Caterpie. A bug type, and with the ability Shield Dust, which means damaging moves used by the opponent will not have an additional effect. It has a catch rate of 255, a rarity of 5%. Yeah, honestly, Caterpie's not very good. You can see from its base stat total of 195 and how the spread out layout goes. You're not really going to do much with Caterpie. Its moves sets, not the best. Don't get a whole lot of moves. One benefit of Caterpie line, it evolves pretty early because it evolves into Metapod at level 7 and Metapod evolves into Butterfree at level 10. So as you can see, if you want a bug type that will evolve early, I guess Butterfree's not too bad. You could probably make something work, but poor old Caterpie, don't go pinning your hopes and dreams on this guy. And for the second of the new Pokemon here, number 13, Weedle, a bug poison type. It also has the ability Shield Dust, so same thing as Caterpie. Catch rate is 255 as usual, rarity 5%. Yeah, same base speed, same base stat total of 195, laid out a little differently. This one's a little faster than Caterpie. I think a little more offensive oriented than Caterpie, which would make sense considering the poison type. Once again, not very good. This is just more likely to, you know, stab or spit poison at you. Like, still not very good. Don't really recommend this one. Once again, it evolves into Kakuna at level 7, and that evolves into Beedrill at level 10. So if you want a bug Pokemon that evolves at low level, you can get them pretty early. You can have a fully evolved Butterfree or Beedrill pretty early in the game, which is nice, but honestly, you're probably better off catching something else. I'm sorry, unless you're a hardcore bug enthusiast. And now that we are on Route 2, and you can see the 4 Pokemon available to us now, 2 of which are new, you will have better odds to catch them in the next area, I believe, so there's not too much going on here. An Ether, HMO5, and a Paralyze Heal are available here, but Oh, here's Caterpie, one of the new ones. We might as well try to catch this while we found it. But you will find these items later, so... we will try to catch this Caterpie. I'm not going to try to catch them all. This is just while I don't know. Just kind of bored. Just don't have the team members, so I am going to waste a little bit of time with these guys. It also means I get to give more things stupid nicknames that I don't want to give my actual team. So, I was supposed to read that. Oops! Whoopsie doodles! And I have a go-to name for Caterpie. And I hope you all grow. Margarine, because it'll be butter-free! I tell you to show myself out. This is my channel. I'm gonna stay. If you don't like it, well, I don't want to say you should go, but I'm just gonna say I'm not. So if you do like it, congrats. Like, this is what we've signed up for at this point. I feel like I'm relaxed now, and I can tell you things like naming Caterpie Margarine because butter-free. I talked through this encounter. I don't know why I got into this encounter. I was on a roll. Okay, fine. I'll fight the next one too. I'm good with that. Anyways, you are going to see lots of... Okay, fine. We're switching. Come on, Darrence. Okay, that name still gets me, and I gave it to this bird. Darrence! You can't, but don't worry, Darrence will apparently miss on his own. Don't you worry about that. Don't you worry your pretty little head, you wild Pidgey. Darrence! Learn to hit a barn, please! It really wants to use sand attack. Okay. Well, going forward, we're going to swap Maylene out with... I guess we'll put in Cramantha, won't we? Not if I want to catch anything in the new area. Let's see if there's anything in here. Rattata may be small, but don't underestimate its wicked bite. Have you caught one already? Yes, actually. Now you're going to Viridian Forest. It's a natural maze in there. Be careful you don't get lost. Here we go, into Viridian Forest, where we'll cover the new Pokemon to be found. And now that we're into the Viridian Forest, we will have a look at the new Pokemon available here, of which there are 3. We are starting off with number 14, Kakuna, bug poison type. With the ability Shed Skin, every turn it has a 30% chance of healing from a status condition, which is not exactly a third, but you know, close enough. 30% chance. It has a catch rate of 120. It's rare. It is more common in Fire Red than it is Leaf Green. Found at level 4 to 6 in Fire Red and level 5 in Leaf Green. Base stat total is 205. Pretty defensively spread. Honestly, not worth it. Do not catch this. Do not even bother catching this. If you evolve a Weedle, it will have Poison Sting. If you catch a Kakuna, it will only have Harden, and you have to get it to level 10 with no attacking moves. It is a slow, arduous process of switch training them out. I don't recommend it. So if you really want a Beedrill, just catch Weedle. Do not catch a wild Kakuna. It's not worth it. And for the next new Pokemon in this area, we have number 11, Metapod. Pure bug type. Also has the ability Shed Skin. Its catch rate is also 120. And this one is more common in Leaf Green with a 10% chance versus Fire Red's 5%. Found at levels 4 to 6 in Leaf Green and level 5 in Fire Red. Again, base stat totals. It's a little more defensive than than the Weedle line, so it's a little slower. Once again, if you want a Butterfree, do not catch a wild Metapod, for it will only have Harden, whereas Caterpie will have Tackle, which is not saying a whole lot, but at least it's something. Do not catch a wild Metapod, just catch the Caterpie. Caterpie and Weedle are more recommended than catching wild Metapod or Kakuna. And that's if you really want a Beedrill or Butterfree. And finally, for the last new Pokemon in this area, we have number 25. The most recognizable face of the entire franchise, it's Pikachu. It's a pure electric type with the ability Static, a 30% chance of inflicting paralysis when physical contact is made with this Pokemon, whether by your move or theirs. It has a catch rate of 190. It's a rarity of 5% in the Viridian Forest. Levels 3 to 5. As you can see from its base stats, it is very fast, and then everything else is alright, but generally pretty frail, mostly focusing on probably using its special attack. Let's be real here, but attack is only 5 points higher, so it doesn't matter. Most Pikachus are probably special based. Anyway, mostly it's gonna be using its speed. Pretty good, pretty quick. Evolves to Raichu with use of a Thunderstone, so you probably want to wait till at least level 26 when Pikachu will learn Thunderbolt, because Raichu will not learn any moves once you've evolved it, so get what you want on Pikachu beforehand, but you probably want Thunderbolt. And after that, you can probably evolve it and just teach it anything you want it to learn. So, like a lot of electric types, it doesn't have the biggest move pool, and it's a bit frail, but it is very fast, like most electric types. So this one would probably be recommended, and I even intend to use this for my team because I like Raichu. Don't get me wrong, it's not because I like Pikachu. I like Raichu. We'll talk about that more later. Okay, and now we're here in Viridian Forest. I came here with some friends to catch us some bug Pokemon. They're all itching to get into some Pokemon battles. They should not be because they're using bug types, and bug types are just not very good, especially at this point in the game. Okay, no item up here. If you go up here, you'll find an item in the grass. A Pokeball. As you can see, you'll find 1 Pokeball, 3 potions, and 2 antidotes in the Viridian Forest, as it says on the side. I'm still not used to that. Like, I have to repeat the information that you can clearly see for yourself. And actually, you know what? Funny enough, we're actually gonna try to find a new team member in here. Get him, Cramantha. But it may take a while. Good job, Cramantha. Excellent work. There's a story behind the legend of Cramantha, and it is in fact a legend. I will not get into it, but man, should I make Cramantha a team member? No. I cannot have Cramantha as a team member. I have something else planned. And there is a Pokeball down here. Found a potion. Found a wild battle. Beat him up, Cramantha. Hey, crit! Look at that! I think Cramantha wants to be on the team. I was throwing Pokeballs to catch Pokemon and I ran out. That's why you can never have too many Pokeballs. And if you come up here, you'll get your first trainer battle. Hey, you have Pokemon, come on! Let's battle them! Technically not the first, but the first one we're doing. Bug Catcher Rick would like to battle. Sent out Weedle, level 6. That's fine, Cramantha will carry. Cramantha? You're supposed to carry. Oh man, you're slow as molasses now, Cramantha. Come on. Like, I know you're one of the better temporary team members. Don't tell the rest. They'll want me to pick play favorites. They'll all want to be my favorites. They won't like it. We'll give Darren a second shot. Which means just relying on tapping. Oh, good. Now Darren's is going to be slow as molasses. Thank you for missing. Darren's? That's why you're not a permanent team member, Darren's. I said thank you for missing, and Darren was like, oh hey, if you're happy about that, boy have I got a surprise for you. It's like, no, Darren. Thank you, Darren. Don't miss. I get a little too into talking to them like they're actually listening, but I mean, somebody is listening. Hopefully somebody finds my ramblings to Darren's here funny. No, Kenner, we can't hack it. If you're listening to the bios, you know it's not that great. Yo, you can't jam out if you're a Pokemon trainer. It's probably true. Sending out another Weedle. Go, Cramantha, beat up Bugcatcher Doug. Cramantha, please. This is where I get poisoned. Nope. Nope, my bad luck has not kicked in here today. I actually usually have good luck, so I'm expecting to get particularly unlucky after, you know. After getting knocked out by Fart. Cramantha, no! Cramantha, no! I gotta stop using Cramantha, actually. Cramantha's now, like, my strongest Pokemon. Second. Oh, she learned Leer. What a game changer. You know what? We will switch. We'll just throw that down. It's only going to use Harden because it's a like a wild Kakuna, so. I think on this one I'd actually like to keep the experience for myself, so I'm gonna. It doesn't matter. Leech Seed is. This is why Leech Seed is so good. Well, other than the fact that it heals you. Helps you whittle them down, so it'll just, This still might be long and annoying because I refuse to switch to use Cramantha, because I want Brutus to get this EXP. He's the only team member I've got right now. He kinda needs it. Come on, Brutus, you can do it, buddy! And now it's coming to the painful, painful slog. Come on, Brutus. Come on, Brutus! There we go. There we go. For that, I got 106 EXP points, and that was worth it to get Brutus to level 9. And that is the end of Bugcatcher Doug. It's a good thing I bought exactly one antidote. I found an antidote that I just had to use. Yeah, anyway, I think we're actually going to stop here for this episode. We got like halfway through the forest. Just with the bios I had to factor in, like this is probably going to feel a lot longer than I've actually been recording for. So if I cut it off now, it'll be a pretty good length. So thank you all for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button, drop a comment down below, and subscribe to the channel for more content and more Darren's. I'm going to keep rambling at him as often as he misses. Or if you like Cramantha, subscribe for Cramantha. She comes up in other games. One day I will explain the story of Cramantha, but not today. So if you want to hear the story of Cramantha, you better subscribe. So you make sure you watch the video when I do finally explain Cramantha. So I'll drop a link to my Discord server down in the description below if you have any interest in joining that, as well as my other social medias, if you have any interest in those. So thanks again for watching. Next time on Pokemon Leaf Green, we're going to continue making our way through Viridian Forest, and I may take some time in between recordings to try to find that second official team member. See you guys then.